Friday, July 3rd, 2026. Day 2 in our bus Adventura. Adventura is our new 1992 international bus. This is our second day working on it. Josh Carey got most of the parts fixed and replaced yesterday. I'll have to wait till he comes back from the potty to tell y'all what he did and got done and what the mission is now. Our goal was to have this bus up and running today. It was running before we changed the parts. But now we need an additional part. Yay, fun stuff. So, we need a, bear with me, hold on. We need a lift pump because the bus was starting, like I said, before we replaced some parts. Now we're having a hard time because we believe, based on some advice that we had gotten, that there's some air bubbles in the fuel line, which is causing it to not push the fuel up into the injectors or something like that. Don't quote me, I'm not a pro. Still learning. But yeah, something like that. And because of that, we have to get this part that is extremely hard to find. It's not very cheap, and we are limited on money as it is. We pretty much put everything that we had at this point into this bus. Our goal was to get this bus up and running today so we could take it to the BMV before they close for 4th of July weekend. And then go from there to our storage unit to clean that out so we didn't have to pay another month. But unfortunately, now we're paying double the money because we have to... I had to pay the storage unit because this pump situation... Hello, Serena. Thanks for joining, hon. Because of this pump lift thingy... I'm still learning, guys. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. But because of this pump thing, now we're kind of stalled back. We have to wait until maybe Wednesday to get it and then put it in and then whatever. So, storage unit is a hold, unfortunately. We were supposed to go to Youngstown, Ohio to work a couple stagehand gigs that we do. But with this fuel pump line lift thingy, I don't know. Things are kind of a mess right now. But right now we are in the process of detaching these seats. So let me see if I can turn this around. Just taking these bolts out from underneath. You can't do it from the top. Somebody has to be on the bottom. Hi, Michael. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. So Josh Carey was underneath. Say hi, Josh Carey.
Hey, Josh Carey.
So that awesome guy over there is underneath the bus. Yeah, that guy.
Where'd he go?
He's right there. This guy. So he's underneath the bus, doing the bolts, and I'm on the top. We're trying to get these seats out, so we can turn this into our home. This will be our home eventually. So welcome to our journey, everybody tuning in. This eventually is going to be a home. This is a 1992 International bus. We've never done anything like this before. This is all new adventure. Kind of nervous, a little nerve-wracking. But that's our van right now that we live in. So we're trying to upgrade from that van into this bus because almost 3 years of living in a car is with 2 people, and originally we had our fur baby who recently passed away, and we put his ashes up here to protect Miss Adventura, our little bus. Rest in peace, Bruno. His box is already dirty. I'm sorry, guys. It's in a dirty bus, but Bruno don't mind. He loves it. He loves us. We love him. He's with us. Our girl Chella, her ashes are up at my mom's in Canton. So eventually, once we get up there, they will be side by side. We just have to get this bus figured out. We did a bunch of stuff over here We had a professional diesel mechanic guy come out, really nice guy. Let me figure out what his name was. Hey, what was the name? Was his name Logan? The guy that came, Logan and
from Black Wrench.
Black Wrench
Diesel
mechanic. Shout out to him for coming and giving us some advice and trying to help us out, trying to help us figure out what's going on, what we need, where we can go from here. But this is what the bus looks like for right now. It's not the prettiest. It is a 92, so it's got some years on it. But we're working on it. It is an old bus. But wait till y'all see the transformation. Stick around, join our family, and I can't wait until this project is done. It's a big project, and I've heard a lot of people doing stuff like this for up to 2 years, potentially. So I hope it really don't take that long, because I'm determined to do whatever work I need to do after work to get this done as quick as possible, because we've been not necessarily homeless. I mean, I guess some people would consider it that, but I don't think we've been homeless. I think we've just been without a permanent destination, I guess. But we're travelers. We travel anyways. We do stagehand stuff. We build concerts and music fests. We got incarceration at the Mansfield prison in the next 2 weeks to be doing, so we'll be going there. But yeah, so I was just giving you guys a little bit of an update. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not hanging up on y'all or whatever. I'm not ending live, hanging it up, whatever. I am camera shy though, guys. So yes, I'm ugly. Yes, I'm fat. All these negative things that I might see in the comments, I already know. You don't have to tell me, okay?
Don't you say that shit about yourself. I'll kick you in the face.
Did I say your name right, Serena?
What?
Is that how you say your name?
You be nice to yourself or I won't be nice to you.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's how it is.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, I'm just letting the internet know that, you know.
Forget the internet.
I already know I'm fat and ugly, and
I'm going to kick you in the face.
no one needs to tell me that because I already know. But I am camera shy. It's funny, though, because I perform music. I've been in movies. One of the movies, actually, Josh Carey and I was in, will be released in, or not, I'm sorry, not in theaters, but it'll be released on Tubi TV this year. We go up to Cleveland, Ohio, August 2nd for our premiere and our first ever red carpet. Woo woo! We get to walk a red carpet, guys. What's up? Yeah, yeah. Aaron, hello. Hope all's well. Everybody's way watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Welcome to our Adventura. That's the name of our bus, Miss Adventura. Kind of like Ace Ventura kind of deal. That's what it reminded me of. And adventures all together. But yeah, so I'm camera shy, but I've been in movies and I also have performed over 100 shows. I'm 35. I've been doing music since I was 18. I've been performing since I was 18, 19. I think it was right after, or right before I turned 19 is when I started. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I've been doing music for a long time. You see how sweaty I am? It is like 94 degrees it's supposed to be out here, and we're down by the Mohican Castle, which is also close to Cabin 13, where Twin Paranormal, shout out to those boys, love you guys. But yeah, we're not far from where Twin Paranormal had went to Cabin 13 to do one of their investigations. I actually took my mom to the Mohican Castle a couple years ago for her birthday. And I almost chose Cabin 13, our own little cabin, but I ended up not going with that option and choosing something different. So I thought it was very funny and interesting that Twin Paranormal ended up going to that cabin. And I didn't know that it was haunted. So I wish I did, because I'm all into that stuff, and I got my own kit too. I do my own paranormal investigations. I don't necessarily go live all the time. Sometimes I'll turn on something and share it with y'all or whatever. But now my spirit balls are broke. So
I got some spirit balls for you.
Now my spirit balls are broke, and
No, they're not.
or something like that. I
They're
threw
not
the
broke.
one away because it was acting really weird. One
they're just
minute it'd be
kinda
super
swollen.
bright, and then
Your spirit balls are just kind of swollen and sore. But you can fix that.
oh my goodness. Hello, everybody.
I mean,
Aw, well, thank you, Charles. He said I'm beautiful looking.
of
Aw.
course. Ask me.
No, I'm really not, but
Yes,
thank
you are.
you.
Did he say anything about your spirit balls?
My spirit balls? My spirit balls are beautiful.
You want to see?
Thank you, Charles.
Show 'em your
Hello,
spirit
I
balls.
appreciate your
There's your
compliment.
spirit balls.
I'm very, my self-esteem is not there where it should be at 35 years old, so thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know how to take compliments. I get all extra shy. I'm camera shy. I know it don't seem like it, but I really am. So I'm kind of shaky holding the camera right now. Kind of raspy breath because this is new, guys. This is new. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing something and hoping that whatever it is I'm doing works out. Life is not and has not been very kind to either me or Josh since we've been together. And we've been together 11 years this year, so it's been a long time. I kidnapped him from Arizona and brought him to Ohio, where we've been stuck. Here in Ohio, guys, it's like something about Ohio. I don't know what it is. I can't really tell you. But once you come here,
It's all the herpes.
you know, I hear this in other states too. It's like you come here for vacation, leave on probation. And that seems very true for a lot of places, including here. Because we don't have probation, thankfully. But we are dealing with a civil thing right now. Unfortunately, my attorney, Zach Moyer attorney, okay? I'm going to have to verify to make sure that the paperwork that I got that says different than what he had told me. So basically, guys, long story short, I don't want to say too much, but I don't want to not say anything because it's important. Our constitutional rights are important, and cleaning up the corruption in our system is important. So I will say that no crime was being committed. I was peacefully sleeping at a place where there was no signs that said I couldn't be there. Nobody from this location came to my vehicle and asked me to leave. That's not why I was woke up from a peaceful sleep, though. The specific reason, which I have body cam footage, and you guys just wait, because it's going to be all over my channel. So many constitutional rights were violated. So they woke me up out of a peaceful sleep, and long story short, they abused me and arrested me, kidnapped me. I was jailed for my first time ever, guys. I've never committed crimes. I'm not out here committing crimes. I was sleeping peacefully. I had to work the next day for a 12, 14-hour shift. And they woke me up under a false warrant that didn't exist. And instead of doing their due process and checking before they did anything further, they arrested Josh. Immediately, I went to grab my phone so I could show y'all here on YouTube what was going on, my interaction with the cops like I always do. And the cop see me going in my car to grab my phone, and I'm pretty sure I even said, I'm grabbing my phone, which is a constitutionally protected activity. I can record them in the course of their duty, especially my own experiences. So I went to go do that for my own safety, and on top of that, our fur baby was in our vans, and they grabbed me, and my shoulder has not been right since, okay, needless to say. So I've been going to the doctor. I just took my brace off a little bit ago, but I'm supposed to be wearing a brace, which I do wear the brace. I just can't wear it all the time, and especially when I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing right now on this bus. But I have had bruises. I got pictures of the bruises 4 days later well, not 4 days after I got out of jail, but I was in jail for 3 days. Mind you, they arrested me when I had first started my period, guys. And I didn't know I was on my period until after I got there, and they're stripping me and, again, violating more rights. And when I found out I was on my period, I'm like, oh, I'm a heavy bleeder. I'm like, you guys gonna give me anything? I'm like, I'm on my period, and they gave me underwear that didn't fit me, so I couldn't wear underwear. So I ended up bleeding in my jumpsuit that they gave me for the 3 days that I was in there. They didn't give me anything for my period until the second. It was well over 24 hours, that's all I can say. And by that time, I was already filled with blood. I'm freaking out because they kidnapped me, and they're trying to make me seem like I'm crazy because get me out of here kind of stuff. And I'm like telling them, like, this isn't right. And you guys are treating me like I'm a criminal, and all I was doing was sleeping so that I can wake up and go to work the next day. And if somebody wanted me to leave from the property, all they had to say, or all they had to do was to say something, and I would have gladly left. Hello, Michael. Hello, everybody. I'm talking about a lot of stuff. One of the things being our constitutionally protected activities and our constitutional rights in general, being unlawfully kidnapped and arrested, jailed for 3 days. My fur baby was scheduled to be euthanized before I was even scheduled to be in court. They told the cops who arrested us, said, oh, we're gonna set you up with the court so you can be out the next morning. They arrested us early morning of October 8th of last year. I think it says on the report it's like either 1 or 2:30 in the morning. But I wasn't, they were like, yeah, once you come in here, because I was like, I gotta go to work. I'm like freaking out because I gotta go to work, you know, and I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just trying to figure out my life process and everything. I literally thought I was dreaming, guys, because one of my biggest nightmares was going to jail, because it's not a place I want to be. It's not something that I'm out here committing crimes so I can go to jail. Like, I do my best to avoid people, places, and things that get me in trouble, because I don't want to be in trouble. I don't like to be in trouble. Like, when somebody's like, hey, go to the office, my instant gut feeling is like, oh shit, what did I do? Like, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be the best I can be. Like, why am I in trouble kind of stuff? And that's how I feel with the cops. It's just like every time I have an interaction, I'm always being treated like I'm a criminal, and it's not okay. So, they kidnapped me for 3 days, and I told them, I was like, listen, guys, like, I'm not out here trying to file lawsuits and stuff, but at this point, y'all kind of just drug me into it and kind of forcing the hand, because I'm not about to just let this go. Like, you guys unlawfully arrested me, abused me, hurt my shoulder. I'm having shoulder. I do stagehand work. I build stages for concerts and events, and I can't even lift as much as I used to before they hurt my shoulder. Like, my entire neck and shoulder area, guys. Very disappointing, because I'm a strong person and I love lifting heavy stuff. I love going to the gym, stuff like that, and I can't even do any of that because of what they did to me. And needless to say, my attorney, Zach Moyer, he had told me when I went to trial June 2nd, after trial had been continuously continued for this reason, that reason, blah, 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 mostly because of the fact that the opposing people didn't have any discovery against me. And then when I go in for trial, my attorney doesn't even show me the discovery, but he goes, well, they're willing to dismiss all the charges if you forfeit your $25 bond money, even though it was more than $25. It was $200. But they're like, yeah, just forfeit this bond money and they'll dismiss all the charges. And my instant reaction at first, because I'm just like, he's setting me up, I was just like, I'm not admitting guilt to nothing. I didn't do anything, which is true, but that was my reaction. And he was like, you're not admitting to guilt. All the charges are being dismissed. You're just waiving or forfeiting your bond money. And I asked him, I said, okay, so let me clarify. So if I forfeit my bond money, if I forfeit this, there's no admission to guilt. And he said no. And then I said, okay, so if I do this also, is this going to hurt my civil lawsuit in the future, because that's what's happening next? He said no. At that point, I was like, he's like, no charges, you're not admission of guilt, all the charges are being dismissed. And then he goes to tell me, well, if I told you in the beginning that you could just pay $25 and this could all go away, would you have? And I'm like, wow, that alone is a very corrupt statement. Hey, the cops arrested you. You could just pay them $25 and it'd all go away. Y'all feel me? So at that point I told him, I was like, no. If I found out that I could just pay $25 for all this to go away, no, I wouldn't just pay the $25 for it to go away, because there's going to be more to this. Like, you're not just going to, pay the $25, bygones be bygones. They get away with unlawfully arresting me and kidnapping me and leaving me in my blood for basically the whole 3 days, because by the time they gave me something, it wasn't like they washed my jumpsuit, so I had a fresh jumpsuit to fucking, excuse me, sorry. I'm cussing way too much. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a sailor. But this is very frustrating and upsetting stuff, and my shoulder is killing me right now, and it's hot outside, so it's like, there's so much going on, guys, but I'm doing my best to hold it together. My attorney told me all these things, and then I went and got paperwork, and come to find out, my attorney pleaded me guilty for one of the charges that shouldn't even acquire to me because of the fact that I'm not the owner of the van. My partner is. So the charges that I got, or that he pleaded me guilty for, should only be able to, like, I don't know how to say this right, but basically if I'm not the owner of the car, I shouldn't be able to get this charge kind of deal, which is overnight parking. And he got me with that. So he lied to me. I've been trying to call him. This dude, he finally, the entire time he's been my attorney, finally emailed me back for the first time. The entire time he's been my attorney, I've sent him numerous emails stating, please let me know you got these emails, okay, blah, blah, blah. Never sent me an email. I finally sent an email, urgent, how'd I say it? I was like, urgent reply needed or something like that. And I didn't get one from me sending that email, but I got an email after I had called his office and complained to his office, like, look, I call his office and I can never get a hold of him in his office either, like, rarely. I've probably spoke to him on the phone maybe 4 times, maybe. So, like, every time I call, I barely get to talk to him, or when I'm trying to call to ask questions and stuff. And so it took me calling his office and be like, look, this dude don't ever call me back. He never had at that point, up until after the call, he finally emailed me for the first time. But I was like, he's never emailed me back. And I just need to figure out what's going on, because as far as my paperwork saying, he lied to me. My paperwork that I got says that I got one guilty charge, which is overnight parking. And I'm pretty sure I can't get that because it's not my vehicle. So I don't know how they did that, but it's all corruption. Ohio is so corrupt. Shout out to Afro Man for doing what he did. I'm trying to get Afro Man on my case, like, legit, guys. Tag him, share this, whatever you have to do. I'm dead serious. Afro Man, if you see this, please. This is part of our constitutional rights, and we got to stop the corruption here in Ohio. It's got to stop. The charges that they tried to get me for was the overnight parking, which again shouldn't apply to me because I'm not the owner of the vehicle. But on top of that, I would have left if that was the issue of us being there, kind of stuff. So they just use that as an excuse. And then it was obstruction, where they tried to say that I obstructed justice because I went to grab my phone, which is a constitutionally protected activity. So the fact that they're trying to say I obstructed business when they had already cuffed, body cam footage shows it and everything. They had already arrested my partner, Josh. So he was already arrested in cuffs, and I'm just standing there, and I was like, I'm going to grab my phone so I can record this interaction, because for my safety, you know? And the cop grabbed me, and he grabbed me so hard he left handprint bruises. You could see his fingerprints in my arm 4 days later after I've been kidnapped. I'm currently, hello Michael, you're in Ohio too. I'm currently right now down by the Mohican Castle, River Valley canoe and kayak thingy or whatever, which is where I got this bus. But my charges and all that are out of Canal Winchester, Ohio, which is north of Lancaster, south of Columbus. But I'm from Canton, Ohio, Football Hall of Fame. And I travel all over Ohio, like I said, if you're just tuning in. I do stagehand stuff. I build stages, events of all kinds. All across Ohio. Sometimes I go to Kentucky. I got to work Sturgis a couple years ago. Stagehand life is the best. I love it. It's good money. I love music and entertainment industry of all kinds. So being in the background is, whether I'm on stage myself, behind the stage, or building the stage, that's anything that involves the stage is where I belong, even though I'm camera shy. I am camera shy. Getting over that though. And I still have stage fright too, and I've performed over 100 shows. One of those shows actually, I opened up for Afro Man at Cleveland Peabody's in 2000, I believe that was 2011. I opened up for him at Peabody's in Cleveland, Ohio. If that was the case, I was probably like 19 or 20 when it happened. It's been a while. I've been doing music since I was a teenager. I've been writing music since I was little, and shout out to my homegirl Reckless Beats, who she produced if you guys are familiar with Ritz, who is a Strange Music underground artist. Well, he used to be a Strange Music with Tech Nine, but I don't believe he's still signed with them anymore. But I don't even know where I was going. Sorry, guys. It's hot. Yeah, I've done a lot of shows. Oh, sorry. Reckless produced the beat basket for Ritz's song Basket Case. So if you go check out Ritz's song Basket Case here on YouTube, or even if you Google it and look who produced it, you will see my homegirl Reckless Beats, and that's who I first started doing music with when I was 18, 19. But anyways, so the school bus, we're trying to get a fuel lifter of some kind, so that we can get this baby up and running again. Trying to get these seats taken out so that we can get to the storage unit and fill our storage unit stuff up in here, and then go from there. It's a process, it's a journey, it's an adventure. But welcome to Adventura Bus Beyond. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a good day, and I'll keep you posted. I'll be taking more videos, and then eventually I'm gonna try. I'm not great at vlogging or video editing and stuff like that, so I'm gonna try my best, solo dolo type stuff, to take a couple pictures and videos throughout our process in the next month, and then I'll upload that on my channel so that you guys can kind of see the month's process month by month on what we've done, where we've been, and go from there. But until then, thanks again, everybody. I really appreciate you. I love you guys. I hope everything is good on your guys' end. Stand up for your constitutional rights. It's only right. It's the only rights. And the constitutional rights is not just about them being our rights, guys. It's about what the law can't do to us. So remember that. Stand your grounds. Always record police when you have an interaction. Never let them stop you. That's constitutionally protected activity. Is something they are not allowed to stop you from. And they stopped me. No. So, do that. Stay safe, guys. I'll catch you on the flip side. I love y'all. Peace until next time.